Alright, in my last video I was playing German Bulldog and I missed one important thing which people quickly pointed out, and I'm really thankful to you. It's penetration of high explosive rounds. So German Bulldog has 90mm gun, and I didn't expect much from it, but it turns out that it's not that simple. So let's first have a look at normal tier 8 gun. This is a Panther II. And look at penetration of high explosive rounds, just 44mm, armor piercing over 200, which means that to deal a lot of damage with high explosive, you really have to find some really thin armor, which is a rarity. And this is a common theme for the most of the guns. Now, there are some special rounds which are called hash rounds, and this is a specialty of British tanks. Centurion 7/1 gets that famous Royal Ordnance gun, which is capable of shooting high explosive rounds which have 105mm of penetration. And by the way, they do over 400 damage when they penetrate. So that's a very interesting feature of the gun, because you could get to the side of, say, German tanks and do a lot of damage. So I thought that this is a privilege of hash rounds. I knew that there is one special tank, which is RU-251, which is German light tank, and it also has 90mm gun, but for some reason this gun has 102 millimeters of penetration. It does only 270 damage when it fully penetrates, but still, if you are able to get to the side of, say, German tank or lightly armored tank destroyer, you have twice as more penetration as other comparable guns. So this was a rather odd situation, and I thought that it's a specialty of RU-251. It turns out that German Bulldog has basically the same gun with exactly the same high penetration for high explosive rounds, same 102mm, which makes it really fun to drive. Given that this tank is really fast, you could concentrate on lightly armored light tanks and on tank destroyers, and potentially you could do a lot of damage to them. So normally with AP round you would do only 240, but with high explosive you could do over 300, which is even more than RU does, right? Because RU does what, just 270, it's 50 points more, which makes this gun really awesome. Yeah, so again, thank you for pointing this out, and I tried to play German Bulldog shooting more high explosive rounds. Unfortunately, I can't show really great game, but it turns out that when you switch to high explosive, you suddenly see a lot more penetration zones and potential for doing more damage. So it's a fun gun. So let's see how it works. I spotted SU at the expected location, and I'm switching to high explosive rounds. And the idea is that probably he won't notice me and I would be able to sneak a shot, but unfortunately I have a company, and most likely he'll react. So I believe that I hit tracks, but still did a lot of damage. Yeah, that was a hasty shot because I kind of panicked, but notice that the frontal armor of the SU was completely fully penetrable. Is it a word? Well, I could fully penetrate the frontal plate of SU. Now I'm shooting AP rounds because honestly I want to track, and I don't think that I would do great against the side of IS-3. But eventually I want to kill him and get to that lightly armored AMX. So I switched to high explosive rounds, and yeah, it's totally paper for me, even for high explosive rounds, and I'm doing quite a lot of damage. He also puts a couple of rounds in me, but still. So yeah, when you get to the side, or even to the front of some tanks which he was unable to penetrate with normal rounds, AP rounds, suddenly you see a lot more opportunities. I wanted to get behind T-32, but someone killed him fast. I probably should have switched to AP. Now again, I'm looking the back of the tank. Missed and hit the track, but still did a lot of damage. I believe this one should do well. No, still 275. But anyways, so in this game I was hunting for those high explosive shots. I probably should be shooting more AP rounds. But anyway, that was a good game, over 2000 damage. Not that bad at all. Another game happens on 1 yard, and I believe someone on the enemy team recognizes me and says that they're going to lose. Well, believe me, it's not the case. I'm losing way too much lately because I probably became much more careless. So I'm moving into central position, trying to spot the enemy. I'm careful not to step on the capture area because I don't want to attract attention to me. I think that someone may be in town, so I'm ready to bail out and run away as soon as I spot anyone. But it turns out that the entirety of the enemy team went to the left flank. So I switched to high explosive rounds. Unfortunately, they didn't do much damage to Dracula because that depends on where you hit him. If I would be hitting turret, I believe I would be doing full damage, but there are some spaced armor around tracks, and I'm not doing that great. So someone killed him. I'm trying to hit AMX, which is also completely thin to my high explosive rounds. I'm not spotted. I probably should be sitting and aiming more, but I don't see some other tanks. I don't want them to sneak and hit me when I don't expect this. So I'm trying to be always on the move. Now I switch to AP rounds, and IS-6 is a tough client. At this point I probably should have gone closer to the enemy, probably behind those buildings in front of me. But I don't know. I think that I'm in a good position because IS-6 seems to be rushing. So I would be able to hit him at the side. And my team is doing great otherwise. So they need some help, but not much help because, again, they're doing great. I probably should have tried to shoot high explosive rounds. Oh, that was ISU, I guess. And it should be also completely paper to my high explosive rounds. Now I'm going after T-71, which would definitely be paper, right? Yeah. He could probably bounce from the upper plate, but that's the only kind of yellow area. All other armor plates are fully penetratable. So what could I say? Yeah, when you know that this gun has good penetration with high explosive rounds, you suddenly see more opportunities on the battlefield, and you play that German Bulldog as it should be played. Oh, it was SU, not ISU. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Oh, it was not like, yeah, doesn't matter, still fully penetratable. So what I was saying is that now you could play this tank properly as a light tank. You could scout, you could get those juicy side shots, and it's really fun tank to play. So again, thanks to everyone who mentioned this in YouTube comments, and good luck on the battlefield.